Have you ever hired a fitness trainer? You know, somebody who watches your form, counts your reps, pushes you to lift just a little bit heavier and won't let you quit at 7 reps and makes you go till you get to 10. We expect personal fitness trainers to hold us accountable. We want them to push us because deep down we know that we can get much better results when we have a fitness trainer at our disposal. We count on them because we can't count on ourselves to do the same thing. But here's the thing. What if your business actually needs that same kind of training? Not a cheerleader, not a friend who gets in and helps you. I'm talking about somebody who's right there with you, connecting your form, helping you grow, making sure that you don't just move, but that you move with purpose. The exact same thing that a personal trainer does for you. That's what I do with female coaches. I am their business trainer. So let me tell you a quick story. I remember when I first hired a personal trainer, I walked in like super confident because I had been following some fitness trainers on Instagram. I was actually in pretty good shape to begin with, or so I thought. And within 5 minutes of working out with her, she's like, okay, you're going to hurt yourself. Your form is so far off, we need to start completely over. Well, the truth is it kind of hurt, but she was right because it doesn't matter how much effort you're putting in. If you're not doing the right thing, it isn't going to work. Even worse, you could actually make things worse. And that's what I see with business coaching too. So many women are working hard. They're putting in the reps. They're posting every day. They're building freebies. They're doing launches. But the form is so far off. Their niche isn't clear. Their brand doesn't stand out. Their message is confusing. And whatever they're saying is not converting into consultations or clients, and their offer doesn't work either. That's why we don't just work hard in this space. We train smart. We train in phases. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the 4 phases of building your business. Just like you don't do deadlift weights on day 1, you're not going to do a launch for a group program or even build your course before you understand your niche. Phase 1 is all about foundation. This is your form. It's your posture. It's your alignment. We dive into your niche. Who are you really serving? Do you really understand what their problem is? Have you really talked to people about it, or are you just relying on your own experience? Then we talk about your message. How do we get you to stand out? There are lots of coaches and also lots of opportunities, but there's only opportunity if you know how to connect with your niche client. What about your brand? How does it all come together visually and emotionally? Are you standing out? Do you have that scroll-stopping presence? Are you looking like you're successful before you are successful? Social media becomes more focused with a business trainer. Your content feels more aligned and your offers can flow naturally from the way you position yourself. And like with fitness form, once you learn it, you don't unlearn it. All right, phase 2 is about reputation. It's about building that business muscle. Once you've got your form locked in, your niche, your marketing message, your brand. Then we move on to reputation, which is phase 2. This is where we build your business muscle. And if I'm going to be honest, this is where most people quit. Why? Because they're not consistent. And consistency isn't actually exciting, is it? Like going and doing the reps and waiting for the muscle to build when you see no results, that's not even inspiring. It's not even like a launch or some big announcement or some viral post that you're hoping to have. What it is it's showing up day after day, repeating the right actions with intention. This phase looks like this: creating your core content and doing it consistently, honing the process for meeting more people and for making more connections, testing and improving how you show up online. You have to try and then fail and continue to improve. It's just like the workouts. The first reps feel awkward. Sometimes you don't feel like doing it. Sometimes you want to skip your workout. But with a trainer, you don't do it. So it's posting, it's sharing, it's speaking to people about your coaching, it's sending DM messages. Together, we find a workout that fits your personality just like a trainer does. A trainer finds out what your goals are, and then they find the right workout and the right equipment that you will use consistently. So it's always uncomfortable at first, but when you've got a good business personal trainer in your ear, You're going to keep going. And they're going to say, nope, nope, come on. When you feel like quitting, nope, let's go. Okay. You're not skipping the leg day. We're going to do this. This is the phase where your confidence and your credibility will begin to build, one rep at a time, one day at a time. Phase 3 is all about optimization. It's about lifting heavier weights. By now, you'll be at a place where you have some rhythm. You have built some muscle, you've built that confidence, and now we begin to increase the weights. How do you optimize what you have going on? How do we basically put fuel on what we've created? This is what it looks like. We look at the numbers. We begin to look at insights. And what I want you to know is that it doesn't matter if you have 14 people on your email list. We look to see what is happening with those 14 people. How many are opening up an email? What are they clicking on? We look at your social media. Even if you have 60 followers on Instagram, we still assess and we look to see how can we do better? What is working? What's not working? And then we start putting in tweaks. I offer suggestions for making those shifts, just like a personal fitness trainer would begin to look at your BMI and your muscle growth and your weight, and they'd be taking measurements to see exactly where you're at so they can make adjustments, maybe even in your nutrition, just as we would do maybe with your message, maybe with your offer. So you adjust things until you get the sales really flowing like you want to. And maybe we even begin to add in things that will make your business simpler. Maybe we even add in some automation. Maybe we start scheduling our posts, or we start using an email marketing tool where we set up something kind of like a funnel where it's just a few emails in a row to actually be able to make sure that when somebody connects with you, they get nurtured or loved by you. This, again, is where an expert in your corner changes everything, because on your own, you don't actually even know what your next step should be. Just like what happens with weightlifting, you get to a place where you need to increase your weights to get to the next level, but it's comfortable staying with the same old weight that you can lift really easily. So really, you've got to go heavier. Let's just adjust your form, add some resistance. That's what a personal trainer would say. With me, we don't waste time guessing. You don't just try out 10 new things at one time. You look at what's worked, what hasn't worked, you make adjustments, and you move forward by getting real feedback, honest feedback. You skip that trial and error. This is the same thing that happens at the gym. You move so much faster because I have been where you're going, and because just like a trainer, I know how to get our clients results. The fourth is where you begin to see visible results. You begin to see your work paying off. Clients are coming in. This is such an incredible experience. Let me tell you, when you see your hard work paying off, when you put on your swimsuit or you put on a pair of jeans that you haven't worn in a long time, and you're like, I look pretty good. You can see the difference finally, or the scale finally reflects the difference. The same as when you start getting more consultation calls, or more people are coming to your workshops. You're getting inquiries from strangers. And at this point, what most of our clients say is, geez, out of the clear blue, somebody reached out to me. And it's like, no, it wasn't out of the clear blue. You did the work. You put in the reps. You lifted heavier weights until somebody showed up. The same thing goes for your marketing. Maybe you're even being booked for summits, or you're doing interviews with people. People are saving your posts on social media. You're even raising your rates, and people are still saying yes. In this fourth phase, it's not just about revenue, it's about identity. It's about finally becoming the business owner that you once envisioned yourself to be. You did it with strategy, with the structure, and with the training, and by having somebody, a business personal trainer, looking at what you're doing. So what are the results that stick? I'll tell you, it's like your lifetime ROI. Do you guys know what that is? ROI, return on investment. Let me ask you this. What impact will hiring a personal fitness trainer have on you once you learn how to always be in shape? What's the impact of having a lower BMI? What's the impact of potentially not becoming diabetic? What is the impact of improving your bone density, reducing the risk for falls or injury? It's huge. It's not even measurable because it makes such a difference to your life. So the biggest win is you know how to be in shape forever. You don't need to start over every January. You'll walk into the gym with confidence. The same goes for business. Once you understand your niche and your message and how to attract aligned clients, you're never stuck thinking, how do I get clients? Because you've learned the skill of client attraction. Could you have gotten there alone eventually? Maybe, but it could have taken years. It could have taken a lot of second guessing, a lot of overwhelm, a lot of wasted time. With a trainer, you collapse all the time. You get the results in months, not in years. The same goes for a fitness trainer. So the investment in a business personal trainer returns multiple times over the lifetime of your business. This is where you begin to create income and time freedom, the thing that all of us are seeking. This is the goal nearly everyone wants, but hardly anyone reaches. Why? Because they haven't hired a trainer. This is the same way with fitness. How many times in your life have you talked about finally getting in shape? How many times have you talked about going to the gym and not doing it? How many times have you done whatever it is, fill in the blank, where you did not complete it? That's the difference between having a trainer on your side or having a business personal trainer on your side. Let's recap the 4 phases of building your business. The first phase I talked about was really setting the foundation. That's your niche, your message, and your brand. Being seen as a successful coach before you are one. The second phase is about building your reputation, which means we're consistently putting ourselves out there. We're consistently talking about the same thing. We're consistently meeting people and telling them what we do. We're showing up as somebody who really confidently and comfortably knows what to do in their business, and we are making offers. The third phase is about optimization. We're tweaking. We're looking at what worked, what didn't work, what do I need to change. We're improving what we do with expert help. The fourth phase is the transformation of your business, where you now have confidence, you have clarity. You've gotten to the part where your muscles no longer hurt. You've gotten to the part where you can go on a long walk or do a full workout and you actually feel energized by it instead of tired. This is the same thing that happens in your business. That is where you have long-term success, where you always know how to get clients no matter what. So if you've been treating your business like it's a hobby, you guys have heard it. People say it all the time about throwing spaghetti against the wall, like to see what sticks. That is the same way that so many of us have treated our fitness. All the times we were going to clean up our eating, all the times we were going to create new habits, all the times that we were going to do things differently and we didn't. This is where the trainer and the training comes in. Finding the strategies that work and then putting the fuel on those strategies to increase your results even more. So if you're ready, head to the comments and say, I'm ready, or hit the link in the description and let's have a conversation about your coaching. I am not just your cheerleader, I'm your trainer. I'm not just the person who's going to tell you what to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm ready to help you build a business that's not just pretty, although that is important, but it's powerful, profitable, and built to last. One where you have a lifetime ROI, a return on investment. So you bring the heart, I'll bring the plan. You guys ready? Let's go.